Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, Wake Up and Live. This is Bob. Today I want to talk to you about building or constructing your house in Jamaica while you're living abroad. Now, for those of us who live abroad, you will know if when you earn that little money, if you don't tie it up in something tangible like building a house or buying a house in Jamaica, that money that you have there with you is going to slowly dwindle out because of the just the sheer amount of expenses that you have. It just eats up back that money. But if you are smart enough to actually tie it up in something tangible, like buying a house or building a house, it could come out really, really beneficial to you and worth your while having moved to live abroad, or else it won't make sense at all. It will just be transferring your living status from Jamaica to living abroad. All right. So the first issue we want to look at, though, when you're building in Jamaica, having living abroad, you want to actually decide if you want to use a contractor, a private contractor, maybe a company contractor, or you want to use a skilled mason. Now, what's the difference? I'm going to tell you. My choice is using a skilled mason. All right, but what's the difference though? Now, when you deal with a contractor is going to ensure that they're representing you there. So they take care of everything, buying of material, securing material, the labor, and all the necessary amenities. The issue is, though, for many, is that a contractor's rate is, significantly different from hiring a skilled mason to do that work. What do I mean by that? All right, let me just read off a few prices to you. All right, when you're building a house, you're gonna need to, aside from the plan and all of that stuff, you're gonna need to actually line out the foundation of the house. Now, to line out the foundation of the house, a contractor, the going rate for independent contractor would be like about $180 per square foot, running foot, for lining out the foundation. Then digging the foundation is going to run you about $1,150 per cubic yard to dig out the foundation. And a cubic yard, just in case you don't know, involves the depth of digging, the width of the digging, and maybe the length of the digging. So the cubic yard would be 1 yard in terms of depth, height, and length. All right. The To lay blocks. Once you've done that, to lay blocks is gonna run you like about $620 per square yard to lay, say, 4-inch blocks. All right. If you want to do something fancy like laying bricks or cutting stone, to lay cut stone is gonna run you $1,020 per square foot. So you kind of get the idea that by the time you add up those things, oh my God, it's a lot of money. So my best bet always is find yourself a skilled mason, and the skilled mason will give you the option of a daily rate or a job work. Again, my choice is a job work. All right, because once you do that, the mason is going to act. The mason essentially is your contractor, but you are involved in it. In that you may need to buy material yourself, or be involved in buying the material, as opposed to the contractor who will just supply everything. All right, but it can really add up. So my suggestion, you don't have to listen to me, but my suggestion is that you find yourself a skilled mason. Jamaica is full of skilled mason who will actually do the work, plus hiring other men for unskilled parts of it, like digging out and certain carrying blocks and mixing cement and stuff like that. So that will work out way cheaper for you, and then you to offset that, you'll be involved in the process. All right. Once you do that, the a concern is going to be monitoring the whole process. Um, Today we live in modern times, so it's not the days when a guy would you would send your money out to have someone build something, and then they send you back a picture 3 months later, showing just one still picture of a house, and say that's what's actually your building or you bought. All right. Today you have a video, a person. You can request that the person video different stages of the process, so you can actually see what's happening. You can have the person video the receipts, you can have the person video the material that's dropped, you can have the person video the area. All those forms of accountability are now in your hands. You can have it done. It's much safer to do it now. The key point, though, you're going to need someone who is a trusted family member or a trusted friend, all right, to make sure they can oversee or guide the process along or act on your behalf there. All right, you want to make sure that that every step of the way is actually videoed and sent to you, so you're keeping in touch. Make sure stuff like your receipts are actually done in your name, done for everything, that every service or material that's sold to you or service that's provided to you. Um, you want to make sure you have frequent phone calls with the person. You're keeping in touch. You're actively participating in what's happening. Any decisions to be made, you're at a phone call, a fingertip. Today we have phone call doesn't cost anything anymore. You can always call WhatsApp, or other services that you have. So it need not be that your process is going on and you don't know what's happening. All right, so I just want to quickly recap. When you're building in Jamaica and you live abroad, my suggestion is going to be you can always hire a company contractor to do your thing. They're pretty safe and everything. But my suggestion is if you have family living there or friends that can oversee the process for you when you're not there, and then you go when you can, I'm going to suggest you go with a skilled mason. Give them in a job work. The mason will work out for themselves many days they need to work to complete that job, and how much it's going to cost them to hire unskilled labor or other skilled labor alongside with them. It works out much better for you. All right. So it doesn't have to be the scary process that it used to be. It does not mean, however, that you should not be careful with what you're doing. And the way you be careful with what you're doing is to participate in the process as much as possible. Use videoing to keep you up to date. Um, Use receipts for everything. Use written agreements for everything. Um, just keep in touch with whoever is doing the job, and make sure you when you can, go visit and see the site, and check on how things are. Make sure you're checking out, you become aware and friendly with hardware people. Let them know that you are a person doing some construction in the area, but you're abroad and you want to know prices of things, and get familiar with the hardware stores that you are going to be using once you make that final visit before you actually start constructing. All right. So thank you for watching. This is Wake Up and Live with Bob, and if you like what you heard, please subscribe, like, and share my video, and drop me a comment or a question. If you have a question, I'd gladly answer what I can. I'm not an expert on anything. I just do construction there myself, so I've had to learn a few tricks or two, and I'd be glad to share them with you. Again, thank you for watching. This is Wake Up and Live with Bob.